Now, please welcome to the stage, Cariou.
Pats in my brain, so darn persistent, the day isn't distant when it will drive me insane. Comes in the morning without any warning and hangs around all day. I'll have to sneak up to it someday and speak up to it. I hope it listens when I say sweet dreams. I've got my gal who can ask for anything. Fascinating rhythm, you got me on the go. Fascinating rhythm, I'm all a quiver. What a mess you're making, the neighbors wanna know why I'm always shaking just like a flipper. Each morning I get up with the sun, find that night no work's been done. I know that once it didn't matter, but now you're doing wrong when you start to patter. I'm so unhappy. Won't you take the day off, decide to run along somewhere far away off and make it snappy? Oh, how I long to be the man I used to be. Fascinating rhythm, won't you stop picking on me? Fascinating rhythm, you got me a little fascinating rhythm. I'm all a quiver. What a mess you're making, the neighbors want to know. I am always shaking just like a flipper. Each morning I get up for the sun, start out, never stopping. Find that night no work has been done. I know that once it didn't matter, but now you're doing wrong when you start to patter. I'm so unhappy. Won't you take a day off, decide to run around somewhere far away off and make it snappy? Oh, how I long to be the man I used to be. Fascinating rhythm, won't you stop picking on me? Ladies and gentlemen, at the piano, Mr. Mark Janas. On the bass fiddle, Mr. Gershwin. Slapping those drums while you use your 10-speed. I've got rhythm, I've got music, I've got my gal who could ask for anything more. I've got daisies in green pastures, I've got my gal who could ask for anything more. Old man trouble, I don't mind him, you won't find him hanging around my door. I've got daisies in green pastures, I've got my gal who could ask for anything more, who could ask for anything. Days can be sunny with never a sigh. Don't care what money can buy. Fascinating rhythm, you got me on the go.
I got rhythm.
What a destination, the neighbors wanna know. Each morning I get up with the sun. Find that night my work has been done. I got starlight. I got sweet dreams. How I long to be the man I used to be. Oh, man, trouble. I don't mind him. You won't find him round my door. I got music. I got sweet dreams. Fascinating rhythm. Fascinating rhythm. Fascinating rhythm, fascinating rhythm, fascinating rhythm. Stop picking on me. When I was 12 years old, I was at home, and my family became the keepers of an incredible collection of 78s, LPs. You remember what 78s are, right?
No.
Yeah, right. It's those things that those idiot girls choose on that television ad that I've seen on television. There was an album called Ella Sings Gershwin. And it was an extraordinary album. It was, I sort of vaguely knew who Ella Fitzgerald was, but I certainly didn't know who this guy Gershwin was. And the unique thing about this record was that it was accompanied only on the piano, as if it would have been George Gershwin himself playing. Ellis Leskins was the piano player. I think they re-released it under another title. It's not that, you know, Ella sings the Gershwin songbook. It's a completely different recording altogether. And I fell in love with Gershwin. And so I got a little curious, and of course, I had to go to the library to do some research. I didn't have an iPhone. I went into the history books, and I found some astonishing things. A, that George Gershwin had died when he was 38 years old. And he'd written all this music. And his brother and he had written all those songs together, over 500 of them. Relax, it's not a threat. But what really interested me was the fact that George Gershwin had composed Rhapsody in Blue, An American in Paris, Concerto in F, Prelude in C sharp major, just to name a few classical pieces, plus Porgy and Bess, an opera. And over the years, as I grew up, I kept bumping into Gershwin every once in a while and singing songs here and, you know, in little parties and at dances and so on and so forth. And I thought, when I grow up, I would love to do an evening of all Gershwin songs. But the catch would be to try and put in snippets of some of the classical works that he had done as introductions to some of the numbers, or as interludes within the numbers. And so I proposed this to my friend Mark Janas here, and he jumped on board. And so we put together an evening. You know what a medley is of songs, right? Of a person's songs. Well, we put together what we're calling a mashup. And it's verses from one song and the lyrics and the chorus from another, and putting them back and forth and mixing them in together. Just because we could. And because it made musical sense. And so we're going to do that kind of an evening, and we're going to start with a series of these mashups. So let's go ahead and start. You'll recognize probably a lot. Dozens of girls would storm up. I had to lock my door. Somehow I couldn't warm up to one before. What was it that controlled me? What kept my love lively? My intuition told me you'd come on the scene. Lady, you listen to the rhythm of my heartbeat, and you'll get just what I need. Embrace me, my sweet, embraceable you. Embrace me, irreplaceable you. Just one look at you, my heart grew tipsy. You and you alone bring out the gypsy in me. I love the many charms about you. Above all, I want my arms about you. Don't be naughty, baby. Come to Papa, do. My sweet embraceable. How glad the many millions of Annabelles and Lillians would be to capture me. But you had such persistence, you wore down my resistance. I fell, and it was swell. I'm your big and brave and handsome Romeo. How I won you, I shall never, never know. It's not that you're attractive, but oh, my heart grows active when you come into view. I've got a crush on sweet pie all the day and night time. Hear me sigh. I never had the least notion that I could fall with so much emotion. Could you coo? Could you care for the cunning cottage we could share? The world will pardon my mush, because I've got a crush, dear lady, my silken laceable you. Dear lady, be my embraceable you. You're the only 'cause I've got a crush. My sweet embrace of Told you. That's a mashup.
We owe that to Glee, probably.
Okay. The more I read the papers, the less I comprehend the world and all its capers, and how it all will end. Nothing seems to be lasting, but that isn't our affair. We've got something permanent, I mean, in the way we care. For you, for me, forevermore. It's bound to be forevermore. It's plain to see we found by finding each other the love we waited for. It's very clear our love is here to stay, not for a year, but ever and a day. The radio and the telephone and the movies that we know may just be passing fancies, and in time may go. But oh my dear, our love is here to stay. Together we're going a long, long way. In time the Rockies may crumble, Gibraltar may tumble, they're only made of clay. But our love is here to stay. It's very clear our love is here to stay, not for a year, but ever and a day. The radio and the telephone and the movies that we know may just be passing fancies, and in time may go. But oh my dear, our love is here to stay. Together we're going a long, long way. In time the rock may crumble, Gibraltar may tumble, they're only made of clay. But what a lovely world this world would be together is kind of interesting. So about this time, I don't know, it's when I first came to this country, I went to the Guthrie Theater in Minneapolis, and I was doing some leading roles there with the company. And when I decided to do the classical roles, my mentor, his name was John Hirsch, said to me, promise me that you, if you do this, you won't give up the musical side. And so I made him that promise. So I was in Minneapolis, and because I'd been doing an awful lot of Shakespeare work, I kind of neglected the singing for about a 3 or 4 year period. And so I started to look at music again, and just to keep my toe in the water, as it were, I would go to parties and you know, just make a pest of myself. And said, sit people down and say, I'm going to sing, so just sit there and have a drink. And so that's kind of what I did while I was doing the other stuff in Minneapolis. And I organized something in the company, and we all, once a year, once every season, we would have an evening whereby the company would come together and recite a poem or sing a song or do something. It was great fun. This next song, well, you'll recognize it, but it has some lyrics that you may not have heard before. There's a saying old says that love is blind, yet we're often told, seek and ye shall find. So I'm going to seek that certain girl I had in mind. Looking everywhere, haven't found her yet. She's the big affair I cannot forget. Only girl I ever think of with regret. I'd like to add my initial to her monogram. Tell me, where is the shepherd for this lost land? There's a somebody I wanted to see. I hope that she'll turn out to be someone who'll watch over me. I'm a little lamb who's lost in the wood. I know I could always be good to one who'll watch over me. She may be far, she may be nearby, I'm telling you hereby, to my heart she carries the key. Won't you tell her, please, to put on some speed, follow my lead. Oh, how I need someone who'll watch over me. Although I may follow my lead. Oh, how I need someone to watch over me. Someone to watch over me. Interesting guy. George Gershwin obviously had a love affair with Paris. And I sort of did too, have. Not as frequently have I gone there as he did, but he went and he actually stayed there and studied there. And wrote, of course, one of his great concert pianists, numbers American in Paris. But he also wrote Funny Face. Remember? And there was a film, the film of Funny Face starred Fred Astaire and Audrey Hepburn. And they were, Fred is wooing Audrey. And let's say it's on the Champs-Élysées, near the Arc de Triomphe. And he's got her out there, and he's trying to woo her. Life has just begun, Jack has found his Jill. Don't know what you've done, but I'm all a-thrill. How can words express your divine appeal? You can never guess all the love I feel. From now on, lady, I insist. For me, no other girls exist. Don't mind telling you, in my humble fashion, that you threw me through with a tender passion. When you said you care, imagine my emotion. I swore that in there, permanent devotion. You made all other girls seem blah. Just you alone fill me with eyes. Wonderful, smileless. You should care for me. Soft, nice, paradise. What I exceptional. It's no bagatelle. I don't know where he was hiding them for all those years. This next song is also kind of, this is another mashup I'm doing. This is like, Fred Astaire was tied to this song because he sang it in the movie Shall We Dance? And the other part of the mashup was a famous Ella Fitzgerald rendition of that song. You'll recognize it. Gosh, I'm lucky. I've got beginner's luck. There never was such a smile or such eyes of blue. Gosh, I'm fortunate. This thing we've begun is much more than a pastime. For this team is the one where the first time is the last time. I've got beginner's luck, lucky through and through. For the first time that I'm in love, I'm in love with. I could cry salty tears. Where have I been all these years? Little while, tell me now, how long has this been going on? There were chills up my spine and some thrills I can't define. Listen, sweet, I repeat, how long has this been going on? Oh, I feel like I could melt into heaven. I'm hurled. I know how Columbus felt finding another world. Kiss me once and then once more. What a dunce I was before. What a break, for heaven's sake. How long has this been going on? Dear, when in your arms I creep, that divine rendezvous, don't wake me if I'm asleep. Let me dream that it's true. Kiss me twice and once more. That makes thrice. Let's make it four. What a break, for heaven's sake. How long has this been going on? For the first time that I'm in love, I'm in love with you. it wasn't for Porgy and Bess, but Ira and George S. Kaufman wrote Of Thee I Sing. And in 1931, it won the Pulitzer Prize for drama. It was the first musical to ever win the Pulitzer Prize. And at that time, they didn't give it to the composer, only to the lyricist and the book writer, if you can believe that. But they mended their ways, God bless them. But, Porgy and Bess, I'm going to need your assistance here. We're going to do a number, and I'm going to ask you to sing along with me. And when I point at you, I would like you to repeat what I have sung. So in other words, when I give you the finger, sing out, Louise. The next tune is probably my favorite of all, because there is a male lyric to the song, and not too many people have ever done it, I don't think. It was made famous by Helen Morgan. And it was in a couple of shows. It never made it, somehow. And Lady Mountbatten, of all people, heard it here, took it over to London, and it became the rage of London. And then Helen Morgan recorded it here, and it became a standard, a huge hit across the country. And it was called The Man I Love. And I'm going to sing The Girl I Love. Mark. Someday she'll come along, the girl I love. Her smile will be a song, the girl I love. And when she comes my way, I'll do my best to make her stay. She'll look at me and smile, I'll understand, and in a little while I'll take her hand. And though it seems absurd, I know we both won't say a word. Maybe I shall meet her someday, maybe Monday, maybe not. Still I'm sure to meet her one day, maybe Tuesday will be my good news day. I'll build a little home just meant for two, from which we'll never roam. Would you? And so all else above, I'm waiting for the girl I love. Maybe I shall meet her someday, maybe Monday, maybe not. Still I'm sure to meet her one day, maybe Tuesday will be my good news day. For her I'll do and dare as ne'er before. Our hopes and dreams we'll share, peps you up like electricity when the band is blowing blue. They play nothing classic, oh no, down there. They crave nothing else but the low down there. If you need a tonic and the need is chronic, if you're in a crisis, my advice is grab a cab and go down where the band is playing, where milk and honey flow down, where everyone is saying, "Blow that sweet and low down." Busy as a beaver, you dance until you holler. You're sure to get the fever, or nothing could be hotter. Oh, that sweet and low down. Philosopher deacon, you may have to weaken. Hear those shuffling feet. You can't keep your seat. Professor!
Yeah?
Start your beat. Come along, get in it. You'll love the syncopation. The minute that begin it, you're shouting to the nation. Oh, that's sweet and low down. Zoom, 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 zoom. The world is in a mess. With politics and taxes and good right axes, there's no happiness. Zoom, 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 zoom. Rhythm, lead your ace. The future doesn't fret me if I can only get me someone to slap that bass. Happiness is not a riddle when I'm listening to that big bass fiddle. Slap that bass, slap the tune dizzy, slap that bass, keep the rhythm busy. Zoom, 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 misery, you gotta go. Slap that bass, use it like a tonic. Slap that bass, keep your philharmonic. Zoom, 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 and the milk and honey will flow. Dictators would be better off if they zoom, zoom now and then. The happiest men all got rhythm. In which case, if you want a bubble, slap that bass, slap away your trouble. Learn to zoom, 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 slap that bass. Wally Steve. Mark Janas. Now me. Ziggity, diggity, 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 bop, bop. Zoom, 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 zoom. Slap that bass, slap it till it's dizzy. Slap that bass, keep the rhythm busy. Zoom, 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 busy, you gotta go. Slap that bass if you want a bubble. Slap that bass, slap away your trouble. Learn to zoom, zoom, zoom. Slap that bass. Philosopher deacon, you simply have to weaken. Hear those shuffling feet. You can't keep your seat. Professor,
Yeah!
start your beat. Get in it, you want the syncopation. In a baby minute, you're out to the nation. Oh, that's sweet and thank you. guys were incredible, were they not? And I don't mean Gershwin, I mean these guys. That song, of course, was what really made George Gershwin famous, believe it or not. This is my one and only connection I have to George Gershwin. It was written, the lyric was written by Irving Caesar. Irving Caesar was a member of the New York Friars Club, of which I am a member. And when I met Mr. Caesar, he was in his dotage, and he played in the Saturday poker game. And he was almost blind and nearly deaf. So you can imagine what that poker game was like. He would sit there, and he had somebody, of course, who had to tell him what he had and whisper what he should bet. It was an education, believe me, to sit there and be at that table. So that's the only non-Ira song that we've done tonight. Now I'd like to do one that I really love, a song that Ira wrote with Vernon Duke. And it's, well, it's a famous song and you'll recognize it, except you might not recognize all the lyrics. I'm a glum one, it's explainable. I've met someone unattainable. Life's a bore, the world is my oyster no more. All the papers where I led the news, with my capers now will spread the news. Superman turns out to be flash in the pan. I've flown through outer space in a plane. I've made the moon my secret domain. The Russians I've outsmarted, but can't get started with you. All the Olympic medals I've won prove my physique is second to none. I've got a house, a showplace, but I get no place with you. When first we met, how you elated me, pets. You devastated me yet. Now you've deflated me till you're my Waterloo. I'm written up in fortune and time, the biggest and the latest news I'm. But lately, how I've smarted, 'cause I can't get started with you. You're so supreme. The lyrics I write of you scheme just for the sight of you. Dream both day and night of you. And what good does it do? I offer you a man among mice. I've even played the president thrice. With queens I've a la carte. Still I can't get started wonderful lyrics in there. This next song is, well, it's, I would hope that someone, that everybody in the room, at least at one time in their life, had this sentiment that this song deals with. They all laughed at Christopher Columbus when he said the world was round. They all laughed when Edison recorded sound. They all laughed at Wilbur and his brother when they said that man could fly. They told Marconi wireless was a phony. It's the same old cry. They laughed at me wanting you. Said I was reaching for the moon. But oh, you came through. Now I have to change their tune. They all said we never could be happy. They laughed at us and how. But oh, 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 sweet and lovely Santa, be good. Well, they never wrote a Christmas song. So, with apologies to Ira, oh, Santa, be good to me. Naughty, I'm not just misunderstood. Oh, Santa, be good to me. Please bring me an iPhone, because my grandkids laugh at my phone. I tell ya, I'd tweet the world if only I could. Oh, Santa, be good to me. They all laughed at Rockefeller Center. Now they're fighting to get in. They all laughed at Whitney and his cotton gin. They all laughed at Fulton and his steamboat, Hershey and his chocolate bar. Ford and his Lizzie kept the laughers busy. That's what people are. They laughed at me wanting you. Said it would be hello, goodbye. But oh, you came through. Now they're eating humble pie. They all said we never get together, darling. Let's take them out. Oh, 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 who's got the last laugh? Let's let the past laugh.